Tuned in. I'm gonna get the notification from my phone and we are up and running. Let's see, let's see, let's see. That's always my indication. I wish I could play music, man. I just don't want no copyright strikes. I ain't gonna lie. And there go the notification. So what's going on, family? It's your boy Biggs Vibes, and we are back for day 4 of the 30-day challenge of going through all 3 courses and getting the certification as a Meta Spark augmented reality just certified experience creator, man. So this journey was something that I thought about when I first even really heard about this platform. And I could kind of see the direction that the Web3 space and this digital age that we're in is going in. So I was like, look, this would be a perfect opportunity, to put the certification under my belt will really just help me fully understand the space. I'm not traditionally an artist or anything. I'm not, Picasso or anything. So this is really me learning the software side, the root foundation of it, because I fully know for a fact that augmented reality is going to be a part of our day-to-day basis in so many different lanes within the next few years. So with me being, one of those tech guys for years and years, like I just want to make sure that I'm staying ahead of the curve. So I'm going in and getting this certification. And the special treat is that I am learning out loud. And what does that mean specifically? Instead of me just going in and, I'm the type from, y'all see how late it is right now. It's 10:30, but I'm the type from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. I'm the type that I'll go in my grind mode and things like that. So instead of me doing that and just doing it in my silo, learning something and try to pop out with it, what I'm going to do for the very first time ever in my life, right, is I'm going to take you guys along the process with me, learn out loud, document it. So you guys will always be able to come back to this, as a matter of fact, and just be able to see these videos, see how I went through the information. I'm getting feedback already, and then we'll get into it right after this. But I'm getting feedback where individuals are saying that when they watch the videos just solo, right, there may have been parts or nuances that they covered in the video, but they didn't fully understand why it applied or how it applied or why it would be applicable. But they said I'm breaking down some of those things as I'm going through the videos that help them really grasp it. So that was really an honor to be able to hear. I'm gonna be completely honest. That's super, super real. Because that's part of why I'm even doing this. So with that being said, man, I appreciate all the love and all the support for everything so far throughout the first 3 days. But I know today is going to be another banger, and today is day 4. So let's go ahead and get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if y'all have any questions or anything, drop in the chat. I can see everything, LinkedIn or YouTube. All right. That being said, let's go ahead and rock out.
Augmented reality, of course, isn't just about selfie effects. We can also build world effects to layer content over the world around us. To explore this, we're going to create a plane tracker to augment the world. And we'll then also start looking at exploring simple logic and interactivity that we can build using visual programming. To get started with our world effect, we of course need an object to put into the world. We could go to the AR library to select anything from that amazing collection of stuff from Sketchfab that you can access through the AR library. However, they haven't necessarily been created to work very well with Spark AR Studio. We've filtered them so they're the right size, that they're going to fit inside your effect, that they're not super high poly count, and so on, but they may not be positioned or rotated correctly. We may need to fuss and fiddle with them a little bit to get them to work. So to make things really easy for us, I've created a UFO.fbx model that you can download from just under this video from the link. And if you grab that UFO.fbx and drag it into the asset panel just here, it's going to be imported. And from there, it becomes an object that we can use inside our AR effect.
All right, so real quick, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and make sure that you scroll down. I think I want to start reading these at the beginning. There are many templates. Again, it's the quick start part 2. As far as the 3 courses, there's the beginner, intermediate, and advanced. We're at the beginner level, part 2, the basics of creating effects with Spark AR. And this video specifically is beyond face filters, creating world AR effects. Okay. Paragraph reads, there are many templates available in Spark AR Studio that you can use as inspiration for effects. One in particular, the world object template, can be helpful when you're trying to create an effect that interacts with real world environment. This lesson will teach you how to set up world tracking and place an AR object in the world. So here's the asset. That's the only asset that we have for this video. So go ahead and download that and import it. I've already done so on my end. So tripping studio. All right. So on my end, you can see I got my guy pulled up. Am I gonna rock with me today? Yeah. All right. So got me in there, and then we also have the asset, the UFO asset in there as well. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and rock back into the content.
So we're going to add objects to the world via a plane tracker, which detects flat surfaces in the camera feed, and then allows us to place things onto those flat surfaces. So a nice big area of ground in front of you is a great place to start. And so we go into the Add Object menu, and we create a plane tracker from here. But just quickly before we do, you'll notice that we're currently on the front camera. We have our option here to switch to the back camera. And when we're creating a plane tracker, it's always assumed that we're looking outward at the floor in front of us. And so
that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. The plane tracker, plane meaning like, you know, basically the space around us. I think this one is under day 5, actually. Plane tracker is typically used with the back camera. Makes a lot of sense. So I wanted to just note that. The plane, you know, the back camera obviously is this one. Plane is when you're like shooting outward. Okay, that's the type of tracker we're putting on. So that actually makes a whole lot of sense. So I'm glad he mentioned that before we got into it too deep.
So we need to be on the back camera. So when I go to Add Object and choose Plane Tracker and Insert, it's always assumed that we're going to want to be on the back camera. So Spark will automatically switch for us. If we do want to switch back to the front camera for whatever reason, we can. But it makes the most sense that we're now working in the back camera. And you'll see we have some info here. Use mouse or hotkeys to look around with our WASD hotkeys. Okay, so it doesn't make sense that we're still seeing our selfie view video here. So we should instead switch our simulator view over to a world view. And we can do that through the video button just here. And we'll choose a blank scene where we don't have the simulator video. We just see the grid itself. And now you'll see I can click and drag around in here to look around, and we can see the device turning with its frustum, its field of view. Panning around as well. And we can then use the W and A and S and D hotkeys to move forwards, back, left, and right. So we get a feel for moving around in that 3D world from the actual device. Okay, so now that we have our plane tracker and we have our asset imported, we can bring it in. So I'm going to drag my UFO over the plane tracker, remembering we need that rectangle to show up around it to make the UFO a child of the plane tracker. And we can now pan around and we can use our keys to look at that UFO showing up in the world. Now, what I'd like us to do is get a feel for working with more complicated 3D objects. So with my UFO selected, I can press...
Just want to make sure we all on the same page up to this point. We haven't gone too deep. But again, do want to make sure that we are all on the exact same page. All right, boom. So first we brought in our assets. All right, it's the UFO that we downloaded from the website. All right, you can just drag and drop, or you can press plus and import. Either way is fine. From there, we went on ahead and brought in a plane tracker. So at the scene area, right, there's another plus. You're gonna press the plus button and then type in plane tracker. Okay, it's dope to see that you can only put in one plane tracker. So once you tap it, go ahead and press insert, and then it'll go ahead and pop up in your scene. Okay, once it's in your scene, then your UFO would have been down here still. You want to drag your UFO up to your plane tracker. But remember, when we place things in our high up in the scene area, where you place it specifically does matter. So if you see a blue line, then that means it's going to happen under whatever you're talking about. If you see a blue rectangle, then it means it's going to be placed inside of that thing as a child, parent, child. Child means it's, you know, within that umbrella. And I can't wait to see how they fully explain it, if they do, because if not, that'd be also interesting to see, because that kind of shows that this is a little bit advanced, that a brand new person wouldn't necessarily know that, because they didn't fully break that down yet. So yeah, so I have my UFO now under my plane tracker. Like he said, once you bring in plane tracker, it should have already switched you to the back camera down here at the very bottom. Okay. Hold on, y'all can see. I feel like y'all can't see my mouse. Hold on, is this one? Okay. Yeah, I thought it was tripping. I don't know. I thought it was tripping, but it looked like we in the game. Okay, cool. So, boom, we got the UFO in there. Um, oh, change your video. Okay, so your video, typically we have it on like a person like this, right? But you want to go to the far, far left panel, all right? And then you want to switch it over to the blank. Okay, you want to switch it over to the blank tab, and then you can go ahead and hit your camera again, or click into the space. Okay. Let's see. Are we all on the same page? Yo. What's going on? I got time money in the cut. Said thank you. It's like, you know, I needed to go back. my keyboard died. I thought. Oh no. Man, let me show love to the gang that's showing love, man. Jay Dunn is in the cut. What's going on, my brother, man? Here to show love. Proud of you. Keep staying consistent. Thank you, brother. Thank you, bro. You're all of us know, man. All creators know what that consistency game is like, bro. So 30 days strong, my brother. I see you setting the tempo, man. Your consistency between you and the wife is beautiful to see, bro. So